Hello, everyone. I hope you can hear me. I think we have a visual. I'm sitting here in Southern California, in Encinitas, California, and I've been looking forward to sharing this time with you today. I've been really working at this to get this seminar, this webcast together for the past week. I've been really just opening myself up to the spirit world to really just be a vessel for you for this subject, because it's such an important subject. It's who we are as love. And at the beginning of the year in January, I just had this wonderful insight into bringing and sharing this year all these aspects of love and helping people to remember, understand who they truly are. And that is the energy of love. I think that it would help us all, every one of us, if we had that relationship with ourselves while we're still in the human body, in this human dimension, because the spirit people always say when they first come back, I wish I used the energy and element of love, those aspects of love. If I could just see myself for who I truly am, and that is this beautiful diamond of light. And if only I had that awareness and used that energy of love through my lifetime on this earth, my life would have totally changed. I would not have lived in fear. Things could have happened in my life. Miracles could take place. Manifestations of my wildest dreams could come true. I could live a full, happy, and successful life and really connect deep with my heart. And when I left the earth world, I can look back and be very proud of the life I've lived and how I made an effect on other people's lives. And that's really what the spirit messages have been, I would say, the past 30 years, basically, where they come and talk about love. So today I would like to share with you a little bit about love. I mean, it's hard to do this just in 1 hour of time. So I just want to really, my job here today is to kind of be your guide and remind you of who you are, and to really take you on some wonderful journeys out of the body, into the mind, into the spiritual levels and realms, and have this deep understanding of who you truly are, that you are first and foremost a soul having this human experience. Very important we have that perspective and that awareness, that we don't forget that we are a soul, and this is our schoolroom for the soul. This earth world is one of many, many schools that our soul can choose to come back to in order to learn and expand and understand. Love and its many varied aspects. It's so incredible. It's like worlds within worlds of love. I often think that when spirit talk about love, they show me diamonds, and that each one of us is a diamond, and every single situation in our lives that we go through is really a lesson to carve out, if you will, another facet of that diamond, to let out our light in a different way. So all those people in your life, your family, your friends, your partners, people you work with, they're all there in their space and in their place to be with you, to teach you, and for you to teach them the various aspects of love. We're not here to suffer. We're here to learn. There is no suffering. Suffering is tied in with judgment and fear, and that's not our natural vibration. Our natural energy, our natural vibration, our natural sense of who we are, our essence is love. We are pure love. We are love encased in this human shell, if you will. And the more you can recognize that energy of love, the diamond in somebody else, and be open to that love that they have for you, and for you to share your love with them, that's the only way we can be happy. And I think the first step to doing that is to recognize that love within ourselves. It's so hard to love another person truly and unconditionally if we don't first take that journey of self-love and self-discovery. And that's very, very important to do. It's very, very important, because how can you know how to love somebody else if you have not loved yourself? So that's very, very important. So today, I've thought about this, and Spirit World has been with me, and wanted to help you to remember and recognize that love. And I have so many notes. Look at all my notes I have. I have so many notes because I want to make sure I remembered and covered everything. And for the past 3 nights, I've actually put myself into a meditative state and took a pen and started writing things down, automatic writing. And several different guides come through of mine, some I'd never seen before. So this is very interesting, because I do believe when you open up your mind to various subjects, and in this case, loving, teaching about love, you will draw to you by the law of attraction those beings, that energy that you can bring through to facilitate, if you will, that lesson. And these beings were just quite evolved. And they also said they would be here for this webcast about love. So it's okay. But I started writing things down so quickly, automatic writing. And when I look back on what I'd written down or what I channeled through, I don't remember channeling it. It just came right through. So I have lots of notes here for you, for your benefit, and just going to share with you all those. I'm also going to take a lot of questions for you regarding love and finding love in your life, which I think is the most important thing we do, is find love not only in our lives, but everybody who's in our life, find love within them. I do often say, and Spirit has said this to me the last couple of nights, that we are that beautiful light. Every single person has light. And our job is to recognize that light in each other and celebrate that light in one another and to encourage that light to grow. Everybody is different. Remember, you came back to the soul school with other souls of all different degrees of evolution. There are some souls that chose to come back here to learn love, but maybe they're baby souls. Maybe they're just going through nursery school. And then you have very advanced, evolved souls, like postgraduate souls, who come back and really are here to bring through that light and to bring through healing and compassion and kindness and patience and to help us remember love, who we are. I recently, as many of you know, just acquired a puppy. I rescued a puppy dog named Peanut. I named it. And it just reminds me how animals are full of unconditional love and how they teach us patience, understanding, empathy. It's so true. If you look into their eyes or you look into the eyes of one another, you begin to see that diamond, that light, that love. So just wanted to share that with you. Wow. I just also want to, many people think that they're here on this path alone, on this journey on earth. A lot of people feel lonely or really in their own little box. I often say that as sensitive souls, we come back as we're empaths and we're sensitive. And it's very, very hard for a sensitive empath to come back to this vibration of this three-dimensional world and feel all the energy, the harsh energy, the heavy energy that's here. Remember, our natural vibration is a light energy. It's a loving energy. This earth is a mixture of all different types of energy, but it's a dense energy. It's a three-dimensional world. It's kind of a solid world. And it's kind of it's a heavy world. I often think that the feet are here walking in this earth, and this three-dimensional world is like the feet. It's like on the ground here. And as empaths and sensitives, we pick up on all those energies that are around us. And one of the worst things that we do is we internalize it and we make other people's energy our energy. We blame ourselves. We have guilt within ourselves, with the blame game of self. We have the shoulda, woulda, coulda. We get caught up in that pattern, that soul pattern that we come back with. Don't need to do that. That's fear-based. And remember, the first door to freedom of love is just being yourself, knowing thy own self be true, not really worrying about what other people think. Many of us go through our lives worrying what other people are going to think of us. Can we please other people? If we behave a certain way or do certain things, we can receive the love from another. We shouldn't live like that. You have to be who you are. What other people think of you is none of your business. Remember that. You are a unique soul designed by the universe itself. You are this lovely, beautiful light, this star-bright light that comes here to illuminate paths for yourself and another. If you spoil, if you will, the atmosphere around you and corrode that atmosphere with the way, the energy you want other people, you're trying to please other people, that's not living to your truth. It's not living to your light. You're dimming your light when you try to live for other people and give up who you are, trying to please others. It'll never work. You never can please another person. You can never love another person like you love yourself. You have to love yourself first and foremost. Find your challenges, your ups, your downs. You know, nothing is perfect, but it really is perfect in design, in divine design. So I like to, listen, I came back 5'4", and I'm a big guy, and I'm like, but you know what? I love it. You just love who you are. I think it's great to look at nature, the trees and the sky, the world around us, and see how varied nature is and how diverse nature is. But yet, as we look around at nature, the rocks, the trees, the flowers, the grasses, how uniquely beautiful each one is. And that's really what we want to do. We want to find that prana, that living energy in every life, every form of life, and recognize that that loving energy is also a part of us, and we're unique for that reason. And you have to share in that light and share in that love. So I have so many people coming in from around the world. I've recently in my school, the James Van Praagh School of Mystical Arts, have done many, many readings and sessions for a lot of the students. And I've met people from all over the world, and it's been incredible. Today I did a reading for a lady from Africa. I've worked in India and Holland and Europe and Hong Kong. It's been such an experience of learning, understanding, and love, and really beauty. So I love to share things that way. So in doing this, I want to connect more with you. And I just want to open up the floor to some questions that you're going to have. We'll try to answer as many questions as I possibly can. And really that will benefit everybody who's watching this. So I'm going to try to do that. So my notes, the first question, okay. Wow, we have a lot of people all over the world. So I think we're over 10,000 people right now. Isn't that interesting? So I'm game if you are, yeah? Just remember things. So I'm just have questions here one is from Kim S. She said, after 30 years of marriage, her husband has a girlfriend. Okay. She can't seem to move on. Will she ever meet someone right? If what she wants is, oh. So, okay, Kim S. and a lot of other people who are on this webcast right now. And this just happened in my readings I did this week with students. Three of them had an experience where their partner was cheating on them or not being honest or truthful. First of all, the thing is, you have to understand, number one, that you can't control another person. There's nothing that you can do to control another person. You have to love them for who they are. And I want to say that Kim S. and other people that are looking at this, just because somebody does that to you, is dishonest and disloyal, there's got to be something within them which is not in balance. There's got to be something within them, their own soul makeup, that makes them behave that way. Maybe they're not receiving something on an emotional level, but maybe that goes back to their childhood, their past experiences, and their soul makeup, something not being fulfilled for them. Doesn't mean that you're not fulfilling that space, Kim, but go back. They have to go back to themselves. Don't make it about you, because it's not about you. It's about them. So it's a hard one. It's a hard soul lesson when you have a partner who steps outside the relationship. But if that's the agreement, it's a difficult one. But I want to say also, it's hard to judge it, because who knows with that partner, what's going on with him, with his situation with himself, his love for himself, doesn't love himself, what he's trying to find with somebody else, but he can't find it within himself. So it's really, Kim, you're being objective and looking at it and watching it for what it is. And it's really just about him. It's about his own sense of love, nothing to do with you. Sometimes you just got to be there, and you got to love them no matter what, because there's some kind of a lesson here. Now, I often say you have to have healthy boundaries. Make sure you have healthy boundaries. Don't let people take advantage of you. So you could easily let your partner know, this is not acceptable. This is not acceptable to me, and we have to discuss this. And then you have for yourself, have to figure out, okay, is this the energy of love that I want to be with, or is it not? And that's a choice that you have to make for yourself. So that's something, again, I don't want us to get into judgment or fear-based. Always remember, life is a series of choices. That's all it is. So your soul comes back to this earth to go through these lessons, and these lessons are developed through the choices that we make. And it really is a matter of what is in the mind, and what do you attract to you in your experience on this earth. I often say a spirit will also talk to me about that we are all magnets, and we will draw to us what is in the mind. The mind can be a wonderful garden, or it can be a place for weeds to grow and take the life out. I did a reading for a lady recently, and there was all this energy in her mind, and it was worry and fear, and that affected every other aspect of her life. Because as you look at your life situation, if you're looking through the glasses of fear and limitation and negativity, that's what you're going to find. One has to be very, very careful, because you are this beautiful soul, this diamond. I say you are God. God is pure light, pure creativity, pure love. And we, as we sit here in everyday lives, whether we're conscious of it at the moment or not, we are creating with our thoughts. Our thoughts are sent out. The mind has to be open. The atmosphere around us should be one of a high vibration, a high frequency of love. Should be. And what you send out to the world should be also responsibility for the thoughts that you send out. Every single person is God, creating. What kind of life are you creating for yourself? Are you bringing love to yourself, or are you sending it away? Are you living in total love and let people just be who they are? Or are you trying to control people and control situations? You can't control another. You can't control a situation. The only way you have control is how you receive. So, for instance, if someone is very bad to you, they do something, you can try to control them, but you do have control over how you're going to receive the information. I often will say how people treat you is their karma. How you react is your karma. So you're responsible with how you react. Are you going to try to do something out of unconditional love and understanding and realizing, wow, I'm glad don't do something like that. I have more of an understanding. I have more of an awareness. I have more respect. And I realize that my thoughts, my words have a rippling effect. Those firecrackers that I'm sending out, those rockets I'm sending out into the ethers will affect somebody else. So you gotta be very responsible for what you send out with your thoughts. What you want in your life, you will attract to you just by the thoughts you send out. And with love, love is there for the taking. Love can come to you and you can magnetize that love into your life if you choose to live that way. God always says yes. Our human egos say no. I always say ego, E-G-O, edging God out. So we're in that human ego, we don't have room for that soul self to really come through and express itself because we're filled with judgment and limitation and negative thinking. So we have to let the human step aside and open up to channel our true self, our soul essence, our higher selves, if you will, energy, and bring it down into this human vibration. So just channeling a little bit here. Another question, this is from Cindy G. I hope my beloved husband sends me a message. So yes, your loved ones, your husbands, your family, your partners, your children, they're always around us. The spirit world is right here by their fingertips. At the end of our fingertips, all around us is another dimension. It's just that we don't necessarily see it or are aware of it because we're in this physical body. But it does exist. Around us, we have all different types of waves, microwaves, radio waves, gamma rays, all different types of rays and television waves all around us. Yet we don't see the impressions of the television, what's on the camera is recording, or the radio, hearing the voices there, because we're at a certain frequency of vibration. The analogy I like to use is a ceiling fan. When a ceiling fan is going faster and faster and spinning around, rotating, you cannot see the individual blades. But if you slow down the frequency and slow down that vibration, the movement, you can see the individual blades. The same thing with the spirit people all around us. They're surrounding us, they're part of us, because death is like love. It never dies. It never dies. They're around us, supporting us. They come into our dreams so we can see them in our dreams. A very good way to connect with spirit on the conscious level, because the subconscious is connecting with them, but it's the human part of us, that conscious part of us that wants to know my husband is around me, my children are here. They hear every thought you create, but they're all around us. We have to step out of that human spectrum in order to hear and feel. The number one way is the dream state. So if you go to sleep at night and you ask to be shown in the conscious mind your loved one, do that. Ask grandma to come through, your mother, your partner, child, and just ask them. Another thing I do, another process I've often worked with, and I just did this recently with people, is writing a letter to your loved one. Sit down and go through a meditation, brief meditation, bring yourself to heart center, and really begin then to sit down with a piece of paper and a pen and put yourself, if you will, in this altered state and start writing a letter to them. And writing a letter, all of your thoughts, all of your wishes, the questions you have for them, then fold it up and put that away. And then whether the next day or another week, take out another piece of paper, bring yourself to the process of centering and meditation coming from the heart space. And now this time it's going to be a letter from the spirit person to you. And I guarantee you'll start channeling and bringing through those answers. Hundreds of thousands of people from around the world have done this with me before. It works. And people often say, I never thought of things that way. They were right with me. They answered these questions that I had. How could they have done that? It's because we're all souls. Whether you're incarnate in the body or discarnate, stepping out of the body, you're still part of each other. Love never dies. Love is around us. So you sometimes just to open up your mind in whatever way you can, whether it's through meditation, prayer work, contemplation, a sense of mindfulness, you can bring yourself to that level of your soul, opening up and receiving those messages and the love from your spirit family. Okay, Ashley E. wrote, would love to see if my son Jackson, who recently passed away, is around doing okay. Ashley, there's no way he could not be around doing okay. And I want you to pay attention to letters, now alphabet letters. So whether these letters are sporadically found somewhere, your mind be drawn to letters. I'm just getting that very, very clearly, drawn to letters. So whether letters are in a storefront, on the side of a truck, I just want you to just open up your mind to a message that your son will come through with letters. So watch the next couple of days for that. I also want to tell you, he comes through with coins. So there's coins on the floor, which you find all the time, or on the sidewalk, you unexpected. He's there with that. I also feel there's a woman over there, like a grandmother figure, or on that side, a grandmother's sister, who really looks after him and takes care of him. Again, we have to understand that these loved ones, these souls, that there is no expiration date for souls, that we come back in this school, this earth school, as souls to learn and experience. As a soul, we choose to come back with the same family groups, to learn from the same family groups we've learned with before. In one lifetime, you might have left early, and that other soul had to know what it's like and go through what it's like to learn about grief and being alone and solitude. And now in this lifetime, that soul might go early, and you have to stay behind and learn about grief and letting go and grief and love in a different way. So it's the great balance, if you will. I think death is really bringing us down to ourselves and balances everything out. But they never are dead. Many times the spirit people think, how could they think of me as dead? I'm right with them all the time. I'm not in the ground. I'm not in that urn over there. I'm right with you. I'm in your heart. I'm right next to you. I talk about this a lot in my Facebook page, and I write a lot of these wonderful sayings and these statements and the visuals that graphics we put on there that really bring this point across, that your loved ones are never dead. They're right with you. So another question we have here from Kathy H. Her partner decided that, another question about marriage. So marriage is an interesting lesson. Marriage, loving your life, finding soulmates, these sorts of things. It really is your ability to have love in your life. Love is very much available to every single person, and you can draw to those people, those partners, if you will, those other souls who maybe shared other lifetimes with you, who are coming into this lifetime to enhance your life and their life. And I believe that you can have anything you want. So I tell you that there is never an end to love. You can draw it to you and bring it to you. And in just a little while, I'm going to share with you another class, a session I put together, because I do this when I'm sitting and I'm just channeling and meditating, and I write down these things, and I put together a soulmate course. So I'm going to tell you about that in a little bit. But it's really important that you realize that love is always there, and love is always for you. So what I want to do now is I want you, first of all, in order to have love in your life and to recognize love in all the aspects of your life, what you're living now and your everyday existence, I want you to start to have, number one, that relationship of loving yourself, finding your love within yourself. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to guide you, if you will, in a little mind journey, a little meditation. And if you never meditated before, there's no right way or wrong way to do it. So many people get caught up when they're starting to meditate about the little monkey voice inside, the little chatter, the monkey chatter, as the Buddhists refer to it. And we all have that experience where we're sitting there and worried about these little thoughts that pop into our head. That's fine. That's fine. Everybody's going to have those little thoughts, those things popping in their head. That's normal. The most important thing to remember when those thoughts pop into your head is not to give it a charge, not to give it any energy. Just recognize and realize you're going to have this little chatter in your head, going to worry about this thing and that thing. That's fine. Just know it's going to exist. It's there, and let it go. Just like when you're in a rowboat in the lake, sometimes you have little ripples turning hitting that rowboat, and it rocks a little bit. That's fine, but you're still in the water. You're still in that rowboat. You're still very safe. Same thing with meditation. When we begin to meditate, we have these other strange thoughts. Fine, just let it be, and eventually you'll go deeper and deeper. And often you can use that to let yourself go deeper. So let's start. And I'm going to use the spirit world to help us today for really being with us and assisting us in this mind journey. So wherever you are in the world, if you want to close your eyes and just listen to my voice, that's fine. If you want to find a place in the room that you're at and just can put your stare, your gaze in one part of the room, that's great too. It's just a matter of relaxation. It's giving you a sense of relaxation and really just opening yourself up to your soul self and stepping out of that human brain, that human mind. You're not going anywhere. You're really here. It's just putting yourself into a state of consciousness and awareness that you're open to receive from the spirit world, to recognize in the spirit world on the deepest levels of your soul that they're always with you. So wherever you are, just close your eyes and very gently. And I just want you, as you close your eyes, and I will do the same thing, just recognize as you close your eyes to the outside physical world, you illuminate the inside world. There you go. And we're going to take some gentle breaths. And the breaths are a gift from God, for the breath sustains life. So there's no right way or wrong way, just relaxing. And as you close your eyes, we're just going to inhale through the nose, fresh, pure, new breath. And as you exhale, exhale and release out of the mouth. I often like to envision, as I inhale, a beautiful golden light, almost like this liquid gold light is pouring down from the heavens, down through the top of my head, and just melding into the body and surrounding every cell, every organ, every tissue in the body, and illuminating with that beautiful golden light. And as you will exhale, you're giving permission for your soul to release any old stagnant emotional energy, any sense of fear, any sense of illusion, and just come back to your heart space. The heart, this beautiful center of the chest, this beautiful green light is in the heart. The soul is tucked neatly behind the heart. That's its home. So as we inhale and exhale, we just go more into the awareness of this heart space of pure love, the seed of love. So let's envision this beautiful golden light coming into the body and relaxing us. And as you exhale, let go of the gray mist representing stagnant, old emotional energy that no longer serves you. So together, we're going to inhale. Beautiful light, remembering that you are pure light. It just reminds us we are light. And exhale. And let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Good. And inhale. And hold it 2, 3, 4. And exhale. And let it go. Let it go. Right into the heart space. Very beautiful. Good. Like a flower, you're just opening up. And inhale with this golden light and hold it 2, 3, 4. And exhale. And just like a regular rhythm, natural rhythm, like the ocean, the waves slowly coming in and going out. Life is movement. And in, holding it 2, 3, 4, and exhale. And again, inhale. And holding it 2, 3, 4, and exhale. Letting it go, letting it go. And just relax, and inhale. And holding it 2, 3, 4, and exhale. Good. And I just want you now to keep the rhythm of the breath remaining the same. And just imagine, just use your imagination and picture yourself going higher and higher and higher outside the physical body. For you as a soul are not limited to the physical body, but you go way beyond into the cosmos. And I want you to find a bright golden star, a star that has your name on it, your character, who you are. Just find this star with your imagination. Go higher and higher and higher. And as you go higher, feel more and more relaxed. And you see this beautiful golden light in this star. And as you see the star, let it encompass you. And you go to this beautiful, bright starlight, feeling very happy, very relaxed. And you recognize this star. And the starlight recognizes you. And some could say it's a higher aspect of ourselves. It's a part of our soul. It's our higher self. Whatever words you'd like to use, that's fine. Just bring yourself to that beautiful star and just bask in that light and feel the oneness of the starlight, its lovely magical qualities, which we might have forgotten in the human world. And as you're sitting on this star, this beautiful environment, you feel so much lighter, not heavy at all. so much joy. You're feeling your sensitivity. You become aware of everything around you, including all the other stars that are sitting around you. And you recognize and realize that your light, your star, is part of that star over there, and that star over there, and that star, and that star. And you have the realization that you are one with every other star. You are one with every other light. And just feel that for a moment, the oneness, the incorporation of the one. And what brings that one together is the essence of love, this light of love, this building of love, this community of love. Love is the great force of the universe that brings us all together as one. So just feel the love of all of these stars, their characteristics, the personalities of every other person. Every other person, you're aware of their light. And as you bring your mind to share in their light, the light increases for all of you. And feel that joy and that love as you connect with another and another and another. And as you're connecting with others, you feel lighter. And all around you, as you look out from your eyes, you see another world in front of you. A beautiful world that looks like crystal light of all different hues of color and values and textures that you've seen one time, but it's been far, far back in your mind. Go now toward this city, to this place with its lights. Just go towards that city environment, that beautiful space there. There is another world, this crystal palaces. It seems like houses. And just bring yourself this beautiful world above the clouds and above the universe. And see it, be aware of it, and be there. Be there. And you find yourself on a marble bench. And as you look around this marble bench, there's so much light and violet colors and blues, beautiful golden colors. And you realize that now your soul is part of the spiritual dimensions, the first level of the spirit dimensions closest to the human part. Become mindful and aware that you are now in the world of light as you sit on that bench. And soon you become aware of beings of light, of characters, personalities, of those who have passed over into the spirit world, and see them come to you now. Become aware as they step forward. I want you to feel their love again. Feel the essence of their love. Feel the essence of who they truly are from the spirit side, their spiritual self, their spiritual makeup, not the human part of who you kind of remember, for you only remember a very small fraction of who they truly are. That was the human aspect. Now as they step forward, as each of these beings step forward, your partners, your mother, your fathers, aunts, uncles, your friends, your animals, your doggies and kitties and birds, all these beautiful beings of love, they come together for you, for this bond of love that you share, the oneness that you share. And as you sit in that bench and they step forward one at a time, feel them in your heart, enlightening your heart. You know that they are sorry for certain behaviors, certain patterns, certain personality traits, for not loving themselves while they were on the earth, and in turn it might have affected your life. Just feel their forgiveness. Feel them filling up your heart and your mind with awareness. Become aware of words they say to you, of thoughts they bring to you, and feel that sense of connection yet again. Feel that sense of oneness you share yet again. And I just want you to listen as all these beings meld their thoughts together in one thought and send that thought to you in your mind, and it's reflected in your heart. Feel that beautiful love. They didn't know any better, were in the human side of life. Many of them lived in fear, not knowing who they were, not having a sense of themselves, really listening to what other people thought of them instead of being true to themselves. They don't want you to do that. Not at all. Learn from their mistakes. Be better then. For you not only teach the others in the human world, but you help to teach those in the spirit realms and feel their appreciation for you, for the lessons that you taught them. And they say love is all around you. All you have to do is make the choice to receive love and all of its aspects and all of its various scenarios in your life. And just be open. Have an open heart. An open heart starts with forgiveness. So step back and realize that loved one who might have hurt you, who might have done things to you, who might have said things to you in the human life, they didn't know any better. They didn't know any better. Take the high road. For we don't know if we were in the same situation. We might have done the same if we weren't evolved or had an awareness that this perhaps wasn't the right thing to do. So now it's your turn just to thank them, to be aware. And they fill your heart and your sense of self with this oneness of being. And thank them. Take a deep breath. And they have a lot more to share with you. They want to share so much more with you. So just listen to what they say. There is no such thing as time. Time is an illusion of this three-dimensional world, just as love is. Love is always present for us when we open up our hearts to receive, when we open up the mind to receive, and have that beautiful garden of worthiness and value of ourselves, that we are here to share love with other beings. And we draw to us as beautiful magnets of our spiritual selves. Our heritage is really that of a magnet, of bringing into our sphere, into our atmosphere, love from other beings, sharing that atmosphere of light with others. And just having that awareness. Bringing yourself back to your center of your heart, always coming back to the source, the space of the heart, pure love. And as you're on that bench now, I want you to thank and have gratitude for those loved ones who have passed into this world of light. And perhaps they have a final message for you in regards to love. Carry on. How courageous that you are to come back to human school for your soul's growth. Not many souls would do this. It takes a lot of courage, fortitude, understanding, love of self. Just for a moment, feel the love of self that you had before you came back into the human body. There was this essence of your soul, this life of your soul, this energy of your soul, which was all realized. Go there now with your mind. It's always there. Bring yourself back to source energy, light energy. You are perfect in your makeup. You are perfect in your soul's attire. You are that light. Don't dim that light. And just thank and appreciate those loved ones around you, knowing that they are involved in every day of your life. They never forget you. No one is ever alone. We do this together. We share in these experiences together. And as you feel their love, just bring that back into your heart with a breath and inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale and inhale and exhale. Good. And slowly become aware, mindful, once again, of the human body that the spirit is encased in, and bringing it joy and healing and balance and happiness. Happiness is always there for us, but the human mind has to get out of the way. So just be aware now as you breathe into your feet. Exhale, love and joy in the feet and the legs. And now the back, the stomach, the chest. Bringing this love, sense of being, light, in the shoulders and the arms, and inhale in the hands. Love and light. And now the throat, the neck, and the head. Love and light. And all around, through the top of you, around with that atmosphere around the top of you, to either side, in front of you and behind you. Bring in that starlight. And letting that illuminate your world and remind you of who you are, your connection to source energy. Yes. We can be our own best friends or our worst enemies as we come back and slowly open up your eyes and be as one, that connection of one, reminding yourself that you are that. You are that being. Good. Slowly open up your eyes and feel relaxed and joyful, feeling that healing energy. Healing energy. I remember when I went to go see a nutritionist once, and he looked at my screen. On the screen, there was all my blood. He'd just taken some blood from me, and it was projected on this screen, and it was all kind of together, stuck together. And he said, "Oh, your diet needs to change. You need to start eating no more meat." And emotionally, it got a charge out of me. And he looked at the screen and said, "Oh, it's affecting you." I thought, what? And I thought, wait a minute. And I teach this, but here it is physically, I'm seeing this. And then I thought to myself, this is very strange. So without this man even knowing it, I thought of love. I thought the energy of love. I just thought of love. I am love. I am love. I am love. And instantly on that screen, those clumped up cells separated and started moving very slowly. And this beautiful gold light around each one moving slowly. And I'm like, this is what happens with the thought of love, bringing love into my awareness. And this man, without even turning his back, looking back at me, he said, I see what you're doing. It's the most sophisticated communication tool we have, isn't it? The mind. It's like, wow. So my thoughts create. All of our thoughts create. And we can have love into our lives if we choose. If we want to bring love, that energy of love, the experiences of love, the situations of love into our lives, we're in charge. What other people think of you, none of your business. What other people do to you, really none of your business. If you know who you are and you love yourself truly for who you are, that's other people's stuff. That's their stuff. Don't let their stuff really pollute your atmosphere. Not necessary. Now, in relationships, sometimes we want to know how the spirit world can help us in relationships. And what I'd like you to do is I'd like for you in your own way, when the time comes, to have a meeting room with the spirit world, to set up in your mind and your imagination, create this lovely reception room, a reception room. And there you're going to have two chairs sitting across from each other. And what I want you to do is go through the same process I just worked with you with this meditation process. Bring yourself to that starlight. Bring yourself to a new scene of this room, a reception room. And you're sitting there in this chair, and across from you is a spirit guide of yours or a spirit loved one who specializes in your love life, who specializes in you receiving love in this lifetime. And they're going to help you by giving you thoughts, by giving you exercises, by making you feel emotionally a certain way, and how you can attract, if you will, that other being in your life and have love all around you. Because love is unlimited. Love is the way we are. We're made from love, and we're supposed to experience love in all different aspects of our life. It's really ours for the taking. But when the human brain, the human mind gets in the way, thinking, I don't deserve love, love is never going to find me this lifetime, that's an illusion. You're living in the illusion. So listen carefully when you do that meditation in this room, this reception room. Listen to your spirit guide, your loved ones, what they say to you. I'm sure it's going to be heart medicine. And I say heart medicine because it's very, very true. Now this goes hand in hand with, it's incredible. Of course, there are no accidents. Coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. And I just want to share with you that this past couple of weeks, I put together this soulmate course, and I put together a lovely course for you, and I'm going to talk more about it. But it's so funny how things just come together. Things come together. So before I go into the course, I would like to, I want to really help people to get really involved with that loving energy, and I'd like to do that through a mandala. So I'm going to pick 4 people who are on this call right now, and I'm going to spiritually, if you will, bring through a design on a mandala, and I'm going to draw it out, and I'm going to send it to you. So I'm just going to pick 4 people out. So, okay. So many people are calling in. Right. Okay. Let me get back. A lot of questions are coming in too, so let me get back to the mandala. We'll hold the mandala for later, right? Okay, so this is good. I have all these notes about things. So many people have asked me, how can I use the healing power of love? How can I recognize by using this power of love, this energy of love, how can I illuminate? Remember that love is your natural energy. Love is balance. Love is vibration. and love is right there for you. So I often will use love. It's so funny because I know it's from the heart. It's the energy from the heart. The heart is all about exuding this loving energy. So what I say is green light. Green light is of love, loving energy of green light. So I will find in situations in my life where there needs to be more love brought into a situations, I green light it. I imagine a situation where I'm sending this green light, whether it's a person, a relationship I'm having that from the past, whether it's family or friends or partners, and I need to bring love to that. I need to have forgiveness there, and I will green light them. I'll visualize them in a certain space above me, and I green light. Many times I'll use my heart energy, my heart light, that green light, and I surround them with unconditional love from my heart, and it illuminates them. It's so interesting because a day or two later, I'll get a phone call from that person. And they'll say, I had these interesting thoughts about you. I don't know, you just came into my mind. There you go. There's validation. No matter where you are in the world, you can send out these thoughts, this loving energy to any part of the world. And then there are different aspects in your life where you need more love. Maybe at work, there are some people there that are limited in consciousness, that are judgmental, and you don't want that. I can say, green light them. Send green light from your heart. On another level, you can work with them. You can heal them. So sending that beautiful green light to them, just doing it when you get home, sending light, no judgment, no charges, but bring them into this beautiful green light of balance and harmony. You can affect them on those higher levels of their higher self. So your higher self can connect with their higher self. And again, healthy, safe boundaries. That's what you want, healthy, safe boundaries. Yeah. So next I have here, I'm going to get a question from Sam M. How can I ask my loved ones in spirit for help finding the loved one? Well, number one, I like to do mirror work as well. So I know if I do mirror work, and I do this every day, and it's certainly helped me, whether it's your love life, you can have it your life experience in your atmosphere. You can attract to you that person, those situations in your life that you want. And the first step is to realizing about loving yourself and really setting up the atmosphere around you where this is a light. So I say in the mirror, I look in the mirror every morning and I say, healthy am I, happy am I, holy am I. And I open up this beautiful feeling of love, joy, happiness. Healthy am I, happy am I, holy am I. Healthy am I, happy am I, holy am I. Now, to bring that loved one, and you can have the spirit world just say to you in your head, can you help me, assist me? And you'll have inspirations. The spirit world will send you different, if you will, mindsets. They'll send you different thoughts. They'll send you different feelings through your heart, how you can behave a certain way to attract that. Open up your frequency to a higher rate of frequency. Remember, fear is a very low vibration. It's a low frequency. So if we're on a radio dial, it's 82.1. And that's limited consciousness. That's negative energy. That's judgment. And then the opposite of that, let's say 106.7, is pure love, joy, and happiness. And for you to find that, just go back to your childhood. If you go back to your childhood, even if someone's had a hard childhoods, there's got to be one experience where there was complete happiness as a child, whether it was at a holiday or birthday party, riding your bicycle for the first time, seeing flowers for the first time, holding a balloon, really a bubble, blowing bubbles. Go back to one experience when you were a child and feel the joy of that moment. And that joy never leaves you. It's really in the back of our minds. Bring it forward and feel throughout the body that energy of joy, happiness. That's love. So when you want to bring that to your life, attracting love into your life, go back to that feeling of joy, that feeling of happiness, because that's really what it is. That's the balance that it is. That's the love and that's the joy. So yeah, let me just go through all these questions. I have so many different things here. Okay, so I have mandalas. I'm going to pick people for the mandalas. Now, what I'm going to do with the mandala of love, because again, we're all connected by love. Wouldn't it be great to realize that while we're in the human body? This human body is really, it's the human, it's the veil. We're veiled. Truth is veiled from the human. But if you go deep down within your heart and you open up that heart space, you can be aware of those spirits, those beings, if you will, human beings, I can say, those souls in the body who can be drawn into you for a love experience. You can have that. Remember, God says yes, us humans say no. So when you connect to that heart space, you can draw to any of those people you want to come in. So I many times will find there are different tools to use to get into that heart space, whether it's mirror work, whether it's just meditation, contemplation, visualization, it's fine. I tend to use sometimes mandalas. Mandalas, it's really a sacred meditation technique for you really to get into that knowingness, to get into the heart space. My cards I did last year, the soul journey cards, are all mandalas for different energy lessons that the soul has to learn. And those vibrations, whether it's compassion, kindness, understanding, patience there. Each one has a different design, if you will, a different fabric. And Spirit gave me those designs for those mandalas. So the same thing they're going to do with the people that have mandalas I'm going to draw for. I'm going to channel, and I'm going to do, these are the people I picked out here who've just been on this. Kaz Jones, Bridget Shannon, Cindy Moreland, Frederico Santos, Dwayne Brock. So those are the 5 people I want to pick the mandalas. I'll do more of this too. And I'm just going to go into a meditative state after the webcast, and I'll go through each person and I'll just design, almost like automatic writing, and let Spirit come through and really give me the design that's unique for your heart, for you to recognize and have love in your life, express love, and bring love into your life. And I just ask you to put it maybe in the bathroom mirror, in your bedroom, so you can see it every day. And that'll open the portal, if you will, a portal to love, bringing love more into it. We all have to live in love. You know, life is really hard on this earth. Fear-based, so much is fear-based and limited consciousness. We have to have a sense of mindfulness and really being back to that basis of loving self. Loving yourself, you bring anyone in you'd want to. So the 5 mandala winners, this is what I want you to do. I would like you to email me, so go to school, of course, and you can send an email to help@jvpschoolofmysticalarts.com. So I want you to email me, help, because that's where I can get these to you. So help@jvpschoolofmysticalarts.com to get it. That way you can give us your address, and I can send that to you probably within this week. I'll have them done. I'll do them tomorrow. Maybe I'll start tonight, and it's how the Spirit moves me, and I will send them to you. I am going to just channel. Many of you have seen Brazilian artists who just channel the masters through. I'm going to do something similar to that. I'm going to lay on my magic markers, crayons, whatever medium, and I'm just going to go for each person. I'll tune into the vibration of that person, and I'll tune to your higher aspects, and I'll put down that paper or the spirit world different properties that you can use in your visualization, meditation to bring more love into your life. That's good. Okay, great. Okay, so what I want to do now is, let's see. So many people think that love escapes them in life, and it's not true. We all should experience love, and it's really the intention that you set. If you're there to receive love, then you should have love. There's no reason. You're the only one that will keep love from yourself, so you don't need to do that. So, perfect. And now I just want to share with you also that I'm going to do here. I'm so excited because I've been working on this really, really hard. And because February came in at the beginning of the year, and I told you earlier that this was a year for love, all about love and healing, bringing balance, bringing harmony to all different aspects of life. And when we start doing that here within ourselves, then it can go out in the world. So many people ask me, they say, James, you know, you do this spiritual communication. I'm a medium. I'm trying to change my family's way and perspective of how they look at life after death, that there is no such thing as death. How can I change their minds? And I said, well, you really can't change people's minds. But what you can do is plant a seed. You can plant the seed to their minds, and when they're ready to activate that seed, that will happen. Then they'll be ready to receive it. And you presented the information, you presented all of this knowledge and awareness for when they're ready. So you planted the seed. That's the best thing you do. And for love, you can do that as well. So I find a lot of people also write to me and talk to me on my Hay House radio show every week that I do on Tuesdays, and they're struggling to find love in their life. Remember, you're the only person that's holding it back from you. So really, I just want to share with you, I've also designed this new course, I'm going to tell you about in a second, about really designed for people who don't have love, who are unhappy, who are fear-based, who don't feel they're worthy to receive love. I designed this course for them, so I'm excited to talk to you about it. And because Valentine's Day is coming up, I worked really hard on giving you a gift for Valentine's Day. So what can I give people around the world who are, you know, great people to me, been following me for a long time? And it really came up about soulmates and finding your soulmate. How can I attract the soulmate into my life? So a soulmate is somebody who you blend with, who you balance with, who is your, you know, you're black and you're white, and I'm hot and cold. You bring complete balance. the two polarities come together and form one. And I thought I would give you ways and methods of attracting into your life that soulmate, that full soulmate experience. So I really designed a course for that, and it's going to be a live seminar. It's 2 hours. It's a 2-hour lesson, and my notes won't forget anything. So I thought I would do another seminar on February 17th, and it's going to be called Attract Your Soulmate, How to Align with Spirit to Manifest Your Love Destiny. So it's a 2-hour workshop that I'm going to do. And I'm going to teach you when you come here. And afterwards, I'll have some things after that 2-hour seminar, there'll be some other homework I'm going to give you and how to connect further on. So it's not just 2 hours, but I always give more. I just want to let you know that. So it's a unique course because I don't think there are many courses out there of how to attract that soulmate energy, those beings who you've made a shared past lives with, connections with. And in that 2-hour seminar, I'm going to bring you in, transgress you, and bring you back and regress you into your knowing your soul, understanding your soul's nature, and how you can bring the other half of you into your life. So how to attract your soulmate. It's very important to realize you're not alone. There's no reason why you have to go through life alone. You have so much value to give others. And that's really what you have to remember. You have so much value to give other people that you have to honor yourself. You have to honor yourself, empower yourself, and realize there's no reason for me to be alone. So I'm going to tell you right now, it's the soulmate course. If you register now, so let's see, if you register now, I'm going to do with part of this course, I'm going to do 4 what I call soul immersions. So 4 different immersions into this soul nature and understanding your soul nature. What makes you tick on a spiritual soul level? On the soul level, we've had lifetimes and lifetimes, not only this physical earth, but other star systems, other planets, other forms of life. So in this workshop, I'm going to help you explore the other aspects of your soul, the other nature of the soul, whether it's in a different star system, and being aware of the whole makeup of your soul. There's so much, the vastness to your soul. So I want to bring you through these 4 different immersions and take you in one of them through this wonderful journey of your true soul fabric and what it means. Yes. So I'm also going to do it, decided this morning, I've been researching it and thinking about it, meditating about it. Along with these 4 immersions, I'm going to do audios for each one. So there's been audio meditation specifically designed for each of these 4 immersions. So you'll never hear them. You've never heard them before. You'll never hear them again. It's unique to these 4 soul immersions. So I really hope you join me with that, register for that, because it's going to be exciting and you'll never have this opportunity again. I feel like a salesman, but it's true. I get so excited when I open myself up to what Spirit's saying to me, and they say, you got to bring these truths and these teachings to people and bring it to them in ways they understand. So talk to them about bringing soulmates, attracting soulmates and love into their lives, because they hold themselves back from taking that next step. So you, James, are the teacher for this. Like, okay, so this is how I'm doing it with this seminar with these 4 steps. It's very, very good. So I'm going to do this for everybody that's here tonight in the webcast or today, wherever you are in the world. I'm going to do like a limited time only. Maybe we'll just do it like a week. Why don't we do 50% off of what I'm going to charge for it? So 50% off for the next week. I'll do for the next week only. We'll 50% off. So register tonight, which you should, because you can always use this for the rest of your life too. I'm not a good salesperson, but I just want to really share the energy of this. So the 50% off, which is like nothing, and you can save an additional 20% by, I'm going to give you a coupon. So if you have a pen or paper, this is a coupon. So it's 70% off, for God's sake. Oh my God. It's 70% off, which is great. So I have to charge something only because it's a sharing of energy. And I believe when you give something, it's balanced, it's back and forth. So it's really, really, it's good. So the code, I'm going to give you a code that you can use in order for you to get 70% off. So you're going to sign up and register at the JVP School of Mystical Arts.com. That's my school. That's how you got here. The JVP School of Mystical Arts. And the code I want you to use for this, are you ready? Write it down. I'll wait. Called My Soulmate. That's the code, My Soulmate. And listen, I'm going to say to you right now, too, if you want to share that with someone, you can, because I think it's important to spread the love. And so maybe it'll help someone that you know, a friend of yours who hasn't been able to have love in their lives in all different aspects. And love goes with forgiveness, whether they can't forgive a friend or a partner, the partner's done them bad things, or employer or employees or family members. forgiveness. And so if you know someone that this can help to bring love into their lives, create soulmate experience for them, have a happier life, a freer life, full of joy and happiness, and share it with them, please. So the code again is my soulmate, my soulmate. Okay, now I just want a couple more questions I'm going to answer because there's so many people here. So I want to ask a couple more questions that we can do, which is, how can I live in love and not fear? That's a good one. It's a basic one because, again, I'm going to repeat this. Your natural vibration is love, balance, harmony, and you're in love when you are in center, when you are connected and centered, and you're connected with source energy, and you're really receiving, if you will, inspirations, and you are then connected. You're aligned with the higher self. That is love. When you are yourself, you are a unique star, a unique diamond, with really bringing forth these incredible colors, hues, fabrics, understanding, and wisdom of your soul. You know then when you're feeling joy that you're in alignment, that you're in love. If you do something where you don't feel that way, then it's the opposite. It's fear. It's limited. Again, do not get caught up with trying to change people. You can't control people. You can't control situations. It's hard in this human existence because you have to have patience here in this human world. And part of that, I think, is hard for us because we're naturally spirit. And spirit, you just think of something and it manifests. Well, we're now part of this three-dimensional physical world where the molecules move much slower. So part of our spirit's like, I'm used to manifesting something right away. So we come back here, and one of the lessons we all learn here is patience. But the universe will give you whatever you want. So just be aware of that. So anything that doesn't give you joy or happiness, then it's coming from fear. Never live to try to please someone else. It'll never work. You have to first and foremost please yourself, loving yourself so you can love another person. Okay? Now, before we close, I want to give you a piece of homework. I always love homework. And for those students that are watching from my JVP School of Mystical Arts, and those who have not taken the courses yet or signed up for the school, you really should, because it's pretty darn good. A lot of people have told me how wonderful it is. It's changed their lives in many ways. So look into it, because there's also a lot of different aspects and perspectives of things and exercises that I give, which you'll be totally amazed about. One of them I'll throw at you right now. I have the students go to like a shopping mall, and I have them put themselves in this meditative state, and I have them look at somebody else and see everything about them as far as light or color. What color is that person? We're all different colors. Our diamonds shine out these various hues. What overall color does that person feel like? Are they a blue person? Is it purple the main color? Green the main color? It's not only reading the auric field, but it's feeling their energy. So it's just one of the many exercises. An intuitive exercise I also have, which I love this, is next time you go to a shopping market, a store, and people are walking around with shopping carts, try to intuit as you see them what aisle they're going to turn and go down. Second aisle, the third aisle. So just intuit that. So I have over 60 exercises, videos, homework on the JVP School of Mystical Arts. So please feel free to look into it. And if it resonates as truth with you, take it. If it doesn't, then don't. That's fine. So I want to leave you, though, tonight with a little bit of homework. I love homework. And what I want you to do is I want you all, everyone here that's watching this, to really get yourself a journal, a spiritual journal, blank pages. I have many journals. And I want you just to call this journal love, my love in my life. And this journal is going to be your way, just a physical way of bringing this love into your life. And as we go through the course, I'll go through various ways to fill up this journal with different exercises and insights of how you can bring that love. But get a journal, okay? So when you get a journal, just a little regular piece of paper, because I want the energy to be concentrated. So as you have this journal, the first page, I want you to write 2 columns. Fear is one, name it fear, in the left column, and the right one put love. And then I want you to write in the fear column situations in your life, aspects of your life that you're afraid of, that you have fear still, one at a time, just like one word, just one situation, and just make a list of the different items that you have fear of. Remember, fear, false ego appearing real. Many people say false evidence appearing real. I like to use ego, false ego appearing real. And just write down those different things, whether it's a relationship, I can't find love, health, abundance, whatever is for you, write that down. Okay. And the next part is you go to the next column of love. And I want you to look at that one element of fear. Let's say, for instance, I'm afraid of I'm not having money or abundance. Then when you use love, the energy of love, I want you to change that. If you had the energy of love, that would change that magnificently, materialize it, and change it, the fear into love. What will you feel if that's changed into love? If you no longer have that fear, that one fear, how will it change into love? So I have a poverty consciousness, and then use love, and then you have abundance. I'm afraid of being alone. I'm afraid I'll never find a partner worthy. I'm afraid I won't find my soulmate. In the love column, you're going to write all about the soulmate you're going to find and how to attract love in your life. So all these different fears, just list them. And then next to it is how, if you use the element of love, the energy of love, the oneness of love, that togetherness of love, how it would change in your life, that one element. So try that in your journal. It might take 1 page, 2 pages, fine. Again, there's no rules here. There's just impressions and feelings and getting connected with your soul. These are soul insights. Well, why don't we call it that? A journal called Soul Insights. I love that. So that's your homework, and I hope you will join me then for the seminar. And it'll be on my website at vampprog.com, and also school page, JDP School of Mystical Arts. And I've been so happy spending this time with you. It goes by so quickly. And on my Facebook page, again, please write your comments. I'd love to share things with you. I love this technology because it's a way that I can get to reach everybody around the world. And I don't necessarily have to get into an airplane to do it. I can do it this way. So we'll do more of these seminars, more of these connections, if you will. As technology increases, we'll find other ways to do it and share the space and share the energy. So thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight. And, of course, this will be on my YouTube page. For all those who have missed it, you can tell your friends about it. That's great. And I look forward to sharing this seminar with you on February 17th. And from my heart to yours, I send you beautiful, loving energy. Thank you and blessing you, light to you every step you take. Bye-bye now.